Today we were discussing about the title tag. So the weightage for the title tag is 5, and there are 5 points which you have to keep in mind while implementing the title tag for every page. So point number 1 is it has to be placed in the head section. The format of the title tag is like this. Within this, you need to mention one line regarding your web page, and this must have your keyword. Always start the title tag with the keyword. It has to be unique. Do not copy the title tag of other pages. Do not copy the title tag of other websites. So it has to be unique in nature. It must carry your keyword. The length of the title tag should be anywhere between 50 to 70 characters. The first 65 characters is read by the search engines. And there has to be only one title tag in a page which goes in head section. How do we implement this for general site, Blogger and WordPress? For general site, like I've typed it, for every page they need to type it individually. Some of the themes will automatically generate title tag. So just you got to go there and edit it, and whatever the default content has come, delete that, replace it with your own keyword. While if it is missing, title is not mandatory in HTML. The page can still be displayed without title tag. However, for SEO, it is very important. Search engines start your page with a permalink, then they read the title tag to understand what is there inside a page. So you got to focus on your keyword everywhere that they read. Where can you see this title tag in the search snippet? In the first line. After the permalink, the big bold letters what you have in blue color. So let's say I'm searching here for packers and movers. In Bangalore. If you open this page, you'll find this one as a title tag. You open this page, you'll find this as the title tag. Let's see. If I put my mouse over here, whatever that you get, that is also the same thing, title tag. And this comes from the code. Whatever is mentioned here, that is what you are going to see even in the tab. The same thing you are going to see even in the search engine result. And not just in Google, everywhere. Every search engine, the result is going to be the same. The position may vary based on the marks, but the appearance, what are the text lines that you see, that remain the same. So you'll be having a code for every page in a general site. Manually you have to enter the title. See here for this page, best packers and movers in Bangalore, fast charges estimation. Even if I press Ctrl U, you'll see the same thing. There's the title here. The same thing what you see here is what you can find even in the search result. So within the first 65 characters, your keyword has to come. How do we implement this for Blogger? By default, title tag is automatically created. As I told you, Blogger is designed for SEO. So because it knows title is very important, it has given the title for every page. But whether it is suitable or not is what we need to check. Firstly, we'll see the home page, then we'll see the internal page. I'm changing the theme, and why am I changing the theme? You'll get to know shortly. I'm reverting to the theme that we had, inbuilt theme of Blogger. So we had this simple theme. So by default, you'll be having an inbuilt theme of Blogger, and we had even put a logo. So I'm removing the logo to see exactly how the title tag appears by default. Now I'm gonna open my blog. So after you have initiated a blog in Blogger without changing the theme, this is how it would look like. I haven't given any title tag, but if I check here in the tab, a title is automatically generated. What is that? Accurate knowledge. This is not title tag. Title tag is always seen in the tab. But by default, the main headline of a page has also become the title tag. Even when I press Ctrl U or view page source, both are same, you will see that the title tag has come automatically with your main website title, at least for the home page. However, for internal page, we have got the word again, the phrase accurate knowledge, colon Samsung Galaxy S15. So that is nothing but the post title. Even when I press Ctrl U, you can see the same thing. Now the problem here is, in every page you are going to get your website title at the starting part of the title tag. While the search engines are reading this page, they may think that it is based on accurate knowledge and Samsung Galaxy S15. We are not able to focus on the keyword. We are slightly deviating. That is how they think. So the starting two words are unnecessary. The starting part of the title tag, which is carrying my website title, is unnecessary for the internal pages. For home page it may be there, but we do not want that in internal page. Because if you remember, I told you the weakness of every search engine is you got to remain focused on the keyword. Never have anything extra. Within that keyword you go as much depth as possible, but don't cover any other topic. Don't have mixed information. Have classified information. And that is violating this point. So the default structure of the title tag for internal pages isn't good in Blogger. We got to make it better. For that, slight changes are required. For title tag, you got to implement a code which I've already given in my folder. There are so many files that we'll be seeing as and how we come to that topic. Right now, we are discussing about the title tag, and the relevant file for it is here. What change is required is clearly explained in this file. By default, all the pages have the same title tag as the starting part of it. That is the website title itself. According to SEO, every web page must have different and only one title tag. So it must have your keywords too. So for this, title optimization is to be done by following the steps below. Now somewhere the code is written for the title tag. That is why it is appearing there. And I've told you that 90% of the code is present in theme HTML file. Only the code between the body tag is present in the post HTML file. So in order to work with the title tag, I will have to go to theme edit HTML file. Let us go there and see where the code is written for title tag. So I go back to theme, edit HTML. See the format of the code you can see. It starts with HTML tag. You have the head part. This is where the title is. So instead of writing a static title, he has written a function here. This function is getting me my main website title in every page as the starting part. So I need to delete that. So instead I require this code. This is the code we want. This code has got an if else condition. If the page is the index page, index means home page or the first page of the website or the face page of the website. So in case my page is the face page, then get my website title as title tag, no problem, no harm. Having my website title tag for home page is no problem. Problem is for the internal pages. Because my internal pages I want to talk focusedly on a particular keyword, but the title tag is projecting some other keyword at the start. So if the page is the home page, then get the regular website title as a title tag. Otherwise, get the post title as a title tag. Let us implement this and see how it works. Control C, copy. Whatever the code is there, right from the opening title till the closing title, you need to delete all of it. It may be one line of code, it may be two lines of code, it may be multiple lines of code. Delete the entire thing right from the open title till the closing title tag and replace it with the code that you have copied. That's it. I refresh after saving. Let's refresh the page from the front end itself. This is the same internal page that I checked before. Now if you see, it does not carry the starting part as my website title. Directly we have the title matching with our post title. We are anyway giving our keyword in the post title, so if that is directly going in the title tag of a page, well and good. Every internal page, you will see now the post title has become the title tag. Even you can press Ctrl U and C. So just you got to make sure that in the post title your keyword comes in between anywhere between 50 to 70 characters. That will automatically go even in the title tag. So this is only one time setting and automatically every page is adjusted with the title tag. Home page, it will be the same regular title tag, no problem, because it's a generic page. We are not targeting any particular keyword. If you are targeting only one keyword for the entire website, then you can directly mention the title tag content here. Something like this. If I want to target only one keyword for the entire website and that is my home page, then I don't have to worry about internal pages at all. I can directly put down my keyword in the title tag. I don't require all this. But because it is a blog, we are aiming at multiple keywords to rank on top. Every page is speaking about a topic. We require dynamic title creation. That's the reason why we have done those steps. So hope the solution is clear for Blogger. Coming to WordPress. So in WordPress, title tag is to be implemented by the way of plugin. There is a plugin where step number 2, 3, 4, all the three can be done at once. So for the WordPress to see, we'll have to wait for another 3 steps. And once the step 4 is done, then I'll show you step 2, 3, 4 at once, how to be implemented for the WordPress site. Let us move on to the next step now. Step number 3, meta description tag. This has got 4 marks. The meta description tag should consist of not more than 50 words. So just the summary of your page is what you need to give in the meta description. This summary has to be anywhere between 30 to 50 words. And the first 25 words or 160 characters, whichever is higher, will go into the search result, in the search snippet. I'll show you where it is. So this part is displayed next into the title of each search result in the Google organic search. Not only Google, in fact every search engine. Let's see. The syntax for meta description is like this. So within this dot dot dot, you need to write 2 lines of summary of your page, which must have your keyword. The length of the meta description should be anywhere between 140 to 180 characters. 10 characters here and there doesn't matter, but try to maintain appropriate length for every tag. So length of an SMS. Start the description with your keyword. So let's see how the description looks like. Let's open the same page. See here. This is what is a meta description. Everywhere he has put Packers and Moors, Packers and Moors, Packers and Moors, Packers and Moors. But don't aggressively stuff your keyword like this. It doesn't look natural. It may be treated as spam. You don't have to continuously type your keywords in description. It has to be meaningful. Start the meta description with your keyword, but then summarize what is there inside a page rather than only punching your keywords. You cannot see meta description anywhere in the front end. Though you can see the title here, but meta description is not visible in the front end of the page. That is why it is called as meta. Meta means invisible, virtual. However, in the code you can see. So to check the code, I go for view page source. This is a title. This is a description. You can even interchange the order. Professional way is first title, then meta description. But however, you can first give description and then keywords tag, then title tag. That doesn't matter, but it has to be anywhere between the opening and closing head tag. You place it outside that, it will not be considered. See here, this is the same thing what you are seeing in the Google search result, and everywhere Packers and Moors, Packers and Moors. Wherever those words are there, they become highlighted. That is how you get the recognition in the search engine. I told you it is a program which is trying to find out what is there inside a page. So it's nothing but they keep mapping these words with the database. If there's a match again and again with what the user is searching for, the search engines believe that this is a page most suitable to the person hunting for the information. But this is too much. Don't do like this aggressively. Have your keyword once, twice, or maximum thrice. I've seen some people, what they do is only write keywords in the description. Example, Packers and Moors in Bangalore, Packers and Movers in Bangalore, Packers and Movers, Movers and Packers, house shifting services. You are not mentioning topics there. In meta description, you have to write summary of your page. This page provides so and so. This page is about so and so. So make sure that your keyword comes, but it should come in a natural way, not artificially dumped keywords. This looks like artificially dumped keywords. Such kind of sites will not sustain on the top for a longer time. So give importance to natural SEO. This is natural. Having keyword once is okay. Part of the keyword comes, okay. But it's not repeating the sentences, not repeating the words. Okay, here again it has come, but come in a natural way. But here it is only wantedly stuffing the keywords. That should not be the case. You have keyword only once like this, no problem, but give importance to natural SEO rather than artificially dumped keywords SEO. There are so many such stuffing which happens. So at every step you have to be very careful. Always focus on natural results. So today or tomorrow definitely you'll get the reward of rank. But artificially, if you do anything just to satisfy the search engine, whether user gets satisfied or not, Maybe very quickly you can rank on top, but how long it is going to sustain is very important. We want long-term sustainability of the rank. That's only possible with natural SEO. So we don't want to do aggressive SEO, too much of stuffing of the keywords in on page. Off page is all different together. So this is a syntax for the blogger. So here, syntax is here. So because it is meta, all the meta tags are placed in head section. Keep this point in mind. We are going to see lot of meta tags. All the meta tags will always go in the head section. You want, you can place it here, or you want, you can place it here. Doesn't matter, but condition is only between the head tags. Within this dot dot dot, give 2 lines or in 25 words the summary of a page that has your main keyword of the page. There has to be only one meta description per page. In every page there has to be unique meta description. Neither copy from the other pages of the same website nor copy from other websites. So should go in the head section, must have only one meta description per page, which has to be unique. It has to have your keyword. The length should be anywhere between 140 to 180 characters or up to 25 words. If all these points are satisfied, then your score in this step will be 4 by 4. How do we implement this for general Blogger and WordPress? So this is how you do it for the general web page. Like you have punched the title tag, you got to manually punch even the meta description and then write what is the summary of the page manually for .NET, Java, PHP, HTML sites. But for Blogger and WordPress, there is an automized solution. WordPress, I told you at once we'll be seeing all the steps. For Blogger, by default, the first 25 words of the post content is regarded as its respective meta description. So while that you are publishing the post in Blogger, so whatever the first 25 words that you write, that will become by default the meta description for that particular post. So make sure that while you begin the content in a post, you have your keyword in the first 2 lines. If possible, repeat your keyword only in case it is easy in a natural way. Never ever do artificial SEO. Not possible, have your keyword only once. And make sure that the first 25 words has that keyword. This is good for internal pages. How about the home page? In case you want to target only one keyword for the entire website, you got to manually configure the meta description by punching the code here. Immediately after the title, you can place it. Type what is the keyword you are targeting for the entire website in 2 lines. Every page will have that same meta description because I told you this code is common for every page within the website. But you are targeting only one main keyword for the entire website, then this will do, no problem. But your keywords change at post level, then do not touch this file at all. Rather only keep one point in mind, that while publishing the post, first 2 lines must have your keyword. Because that will automatically come in the search snippet. The search snippet for Blogger is nothing but the first 2 lines of that post. It has a keyword, it will get highlighted. Search engines will easily recognize it. So this is how the meta description is implemented for general site as well as for blog. For WordPress, we'll see in a while. Meta keywords tag. 4 marks again for it. The syntax is similar to description. Only difference is here where we are writing keywords, there it is written as description. So replace description with keywords and that becomes the keywords tag. In meta keywords tag, you need to input 1 to 5 keywords which are the most important keywords for a post. Do not exceed more than 20 keywords. Your keyword may be a single word or multiple words. So whatever it is, enter it, comma. Enter it, comma. Example. This is a meta keywords tag. He has put so many keywords. So what all topics are you doing SEO for that particular page? All that we enter it within the double quotes separated by comma. Now, how many keywords we can give like this? Even up to 200 keywords is no problem. But I still advise you to have not more than 5 keywords. 1 to 5 keywords is a good number. Why, sir, when so many keywords are allowed, why do we restrict ourselves with only limited keywords? It is because if you stuff more words in the keywords tag, the weightage will get divided. Your marks will get averaged out. You may be ranking for lot of keywords, but not even for a single keyword you will be in the top 3. So here mention the main topics inside your page. You may get top rank even for the topic which is not mentioned in the keywords tag. Do not think that you will get top rank only for the topics mentioned here. No. Even though your topic may be missing here, you can still get top rank for the page. So better you implement it, but nothing like mandate. In Blogger, for general site, you got to manually type like this. Like you have given the meta description, we will be giving the meta keywords tag. And here we are going to type the topics that are relevant to that particular page. Like this. Have 1 to 5 keywords only. More keywords you have got, the weightage will get divided. Limited keywords you have got, the weightage will be concentrated. You may have missed your keyword in the keywords tag. You can still get top rank for that keyword, provided overall SEO for that particular keyword is good. So a lot of keywords may be missed in the keywords tag. It doesn't mean that you won't get top rank for them. You will. End of the day, the total SEO marks will be counted, not just the keywords tag step. All this will slowly, gradually keep on adding the marks for you. This is what is on page. But even though you may have skipped any step, the maximum mark that you could lose is, let's say, 0.75 or 1. So your keywords may be missed. A lot of keywords may be missed in the keywords tag because we may be targeting more than 5 keywords. You can still get top rank. Once the entire SEO is done, you'll get to know whether top rank is possibility or not. So title tag, description tag and keywords tag. How do we implement for WordPress? Keywords tag for Blogger has got nothing to be done, because according to the keyword density of the web page, keywords tag is automatically considered. So what are the topics inside a page? How come Blogger knows it? It is according to the keyword cloud. So later we'll be discussing about the keyword cloud. So right now just keep in mind only one point. For Blogger we do not have to do anything. But how exactly the keywords is checked there, that we'll be discussing once we are into step number 6 or 7, which is keyword density tag. But for now, just keep in mind, for keywords tag we'll have to wait for 2-3 steps for Blogger. For general site, manually type it. In case you are targeting limited keywords for the entire website of the blogger, then you can place this line of code anywhere in the head section in the theme HTML file, maybe below the title tag or maybe below the description tag. We can place it here. We have till the closing head tag space. Closing head tag is deep down. Anywhere you can place it. Or you want, you can place it even here. They're still in the head section. So let's say I place it here. In case this is to be done, in case you are targeting only limited keywords for the entire website, not the web page. Like in my case, this is suitable. SEO training in Hyderabad. There's one keyword I rank on top. My motive is that. Likewise here also. If you are targeting only selected 1, 2, 3, 4 keywords, enter the same thing. Automatically for every page, the same kind of words will go. So you don't have to punch the title. This is title, not description. We had even the description. Okay. Sorry, keywords. Really sorry. So once that you have given the description, here we'll be giving the keywords. Again I remind, this is in case you are targeting limited keywords for the entire website. You are targeting multiple keywords, every page has got its own keyword, do not have to touch this file at all. Description will form automatically according to the first 25 words of the post content. Keywords tag, you'll have to wait for 2 steps. Moving on to WordPress. To implement title tag, description and keywords tag, a single plugin will do the job for us, and that plugin name is All-in-One SEO Pack. So please write it down. All-in-One SEO Pack. There are so many, several hundreds of plugins, but this is the best plugin for these 3 steps. Even SEO by Yoast is also good, but then you'll have some issues with the sitemap. Later you'll understand it. So for now, install this app, install this plugin, more than sufficient. Let's do it. So I go into my WordPress site, which is rankmytip.com/WordPress/WP-admin for the backend. I go to plugins, add new plugin. I search here for All-in-One SEO Pack. This is the one. So you got to install it. There are so many plugins, just see here. Don't get tempted with any other plugin. This is the one that we need to install for the trio tags. Activate. I told you that any plugin after installation will be shown onto the left side. Still taking a lot of time. What is it asking here for? It doesn't ask like that. Let us see whether we have installed the right plugin. Let me go back. Okay, we have got it here. Okay. So once the plugin is installed, you are going to get that option on the left side. Click on dashboard. General settings. It's asking for registration. Never asked before. So directly you would get the option here, title, description and keywords for the home page. Not giving any provision to type, is giving. Meta description is allowing it. Okay. So 160 characters. You just need to type the content. You do not have to give the brackets, meta description and all that. The plugin will create the syntax for you. So for home page, whatever is your meta description that you enter here, and what is the title tag that you enter in this box. So let's say that I want to target packers and movers. So up to 60 characters is what you can enter here. Again, no syntax, only the content. Syntax will automatically get created. You can even see how the result will look like in the search engine. He hasn't given any option for the keywords tag. So you'll have to wait for another 2 steps. According to the keyword density, keywords will be automatically considered. So even for WordPress, if you are using this plugin, you do not have to enter the keywords tag. Some plugins will give you the option to directly enter the keywords along with title and description. But if they are not giving, then you'll have to get it through Keyword Cloud in keyword density step, which is after 2, 3, step number 6 or 7. This is good for home page. How about internal page? Because you have installed this plugin, whenever you publish a post, henceforth, at the bottom of the post, you'll be able to see all-in-one SEO pack box. So when I scroll down, this is where I get the title, post title, which is nothing but the title tag. So you can type it here. This is how your post address would look like. We have to save the permalink setting that we discussed yesterday. Likewise, meta description. So both these steps can be implemented for every page. Just scroll down at the bottom of the post. You'll be able to see it. Only the content, no syntax. Here you can give the keywords. Any particular keyword you can give here, which is the most important keyword in the post. Let's say Vivekananda inspirational quotes is my main keyword for the post. But when I look in the keyword planner tool, I also see that people are searching for Vivekananda inspirational quotes for women, Vivekananda inspirational quotes for youth. So all those keywords I can give here. Sub keywords. Main keyword here for the post. Like that, for every post you got to fill this form. Do not have to worry about the syntax. Only content, plugin will create the syntax. So this is how the solution is for the WordPress for the 3 steps: title, description and keywords. So till here we are done with the step number 4. Now moving on to step number 5. Header tags. Header tags are nothing but the headline tags. Like we have the headlines in the books, main headline, sub-headline, sub-sub-headline. In HTML, these are called as header tags. The default syntax is like this. So when I go into the HTML section, this is the HTML section. This is the syntax for the H1 tag. Alright, so likewise H2. Same structure, only the number changes here. H3, H4, H5, H6. We do not have any H7 tag. We have maximum only 3. H6. This is how the syntax is. When you look at in the front end, you can differentiate it by the size. By default, the H1 is the biggest size, H2 is a 50% of H1, H3 is 50% of H2. Likewise, the size reduces with the increased number in header tag. Now, you can manipulate the size. Never judge a tag by the size. Let me show you how manipulation can be done in the front end. I am selecting this and I increase the size to a very large size. Now this may look like H1 to you, but it's not H1, it is still H6. If you go into the back end, you can make out what this tag is. So that is still H6. So don't ever judge a tag by the size. Always check from the back end. You can make H1 as small as H6 and H6 as big as H1. Search engines are not going to read it from the front. They are only going to read it from the back end. And they do not read H4, H5, H6. They are least bothered what you are giving here. H1 is used for main headline, H2 is used for sub headline, H3 is used for sub headline. They are only interested in these 3 type of headlines. Now, important points. in a page there has to be only one H1 tag. H2 should be used as a subheadline. So let's say if my topic is Vivekananda inspirational quotes. So I can give my H1 as Vivekananda inspirational quotes. This is the proper structure of writing the content in terms of SEO. Firstly, give the headline as H1, having your keyword, then some introduction line. Following are the some popular quotations by Vivekananda. Vivekananda is so and so, something, a small biography about him. I don't know how many of you have known it. Vivekananda has lived only for 41 years. His age was just 41 when he died. Just in this small age, he has got very big name. Today is considered as a motivational icon. Every thought, every speech was thought-provoking. So like that, some popular quotations of him. And then you got to begin with the H2. As a sub-headline to it, having your keyword again. While the search engines are reading the H1, H2 and H3, they want to see the keyword there. Because this is what the searcher wants. When your keywords are there in every type of headline, it means that you are totally focusing on the topic what the user is searching for. It becomes very easy to rank on top. But do not make it exactly same. If I have given as Vivekananda inspirational quotes as H1, here I may still have Vivekananda inspirational quote because that is what is my keyword, but with a different extension. Something like this. So make sure that keyword comes. And then write some quotations which are dedicated only for youth. Likewise, it goes on. And then H3, which should be part of H2. Place H2 below H1, place H3 below H2. You can have multiple H2 tags, you can have multiple H3 tags. In fact, how many you have, that much better. Because you are giving elaborated information on the keyword, that is how the search engine will take it. But make sure that H1, H2, H3, all these are interrelated, but they are not exactly same. They all have the keyword but different extension. So here what I can give, something as a sub headline to the headline above it. So Vivekananda inspirational quotes for youth for success, or let's say in Telugu, in Hindi. So you got to go into the keyword planner tool and see with regard to this as a keyword for which all subtopics the searches are happening. That will be covering in the H3. So once one H3 is over, second H3, third H3, fourth H3. Once all the subtopics of this is over, then we begin with another H2. After all the H3s are over for this section, then we begin with another H2 tag as Vivekananda inspirational quotes for women. Then below that, Vivekananda inspirational quotes for women, for social welfare, for women empowerment, again for youth, for success. That all you can punch it. This is the perfect structure for SEO. At the top, right at the head, at the top we have the H1 tag, then the introduction, then the H2 tag, then all the subordinate tags H3, then again an H2, subordinate H3 tags, again an H2, again within that multiple H3 tags. Like this you need to structure your content. This kind of structure the search engine loves the most. Our target is to satisfy the search engine. And automatically with this points when you follow, the user will also be satisfied. He is searching for Vivekananda inspirational quotes. Your page only has that and properly classified. So maybe he is interested in dedicatedly Vivekananda quotes for youth maybe. He'll directly go there, read those 3-4 quotations what you liked it, or may copy and share it with others. whatever. But what he needs, he is able to find it quickly in your site. This is what even a search engine wants. Why today Google is very popular? Because he can catch your nerve. What is that you are searching for? He knows it and he shows that so that you get your solution as fast as possible. So he wants to maintain that standard. And for that, all these points are important what we are discussing. Let us see how to implement it in the general site, Blogger and WordPress. So here in the general site, as I told you, everything is code. You got to manually work it. H1, H2, H3 is going to be within the body tag. So while you are implementing the code there, you have to make sure that you type H1 tag has your keyword, then H2, H3, everything done manually. However, for Blogger, by default, H1 tag is automatically generated. But how is it? Let us find out. H1 tag need not be only in the body section. If you want to keep it outside the post box, whatever the post content is there, you want to keep it outside that, then you can even have it in the head section. But in a page, only one H1 tag. This point you have to keep in mind. For Blogger, by default an H1 tag is automatically generated. But how good it is? Let's have a look at that. We cannot make out what is the H1 tag I told you from the front end. Always check it from the back end. Control U. Control F. H1. Accurate knowledge. So whatever that we have given as the main website title, that has even become the title tag here at the top. And that has also become as H1 tag. Doesn't matter because this is what I want for the home page, a generic topic. Internal pages are very important for me. So if I click on the internal page, here when I press Ctrl U to see what is my H1 tag, there's only one H1 tag in a page, that is good. But for internal page, I am not able to capture the keyword in the H1. When the search engines read this page, which is actually on Samsung Galaxy S15, but search engine will believe that it is on accurate knowledge. So you are not able to focus onto the keyword. That's the reason why you require to do some changes here. H2 and H3 you can manually do it using the options what you have in the toolbar. Let me show you where the options are. While that you want to give any headline, just select it. Here, click on headline, sub headline, major headline, H1, H2, H3. But we are going to do some setting by which H1 will be what you are giving in the title. So you don't have to worry about H1. Only make sure that you give multiple H2s and H3 with the format that I have told you, having your keywords. For H2 and H3, you will be using only these two things. This is going to become H1 shortly. Right now it is not H1. So because we are not able to capture our keyword in the H1 tag, we are doing a small setting here. It is not as small as title tag. It has got some steps. Again, going back to my folder, there's a file called as H1 tag optimization for Blogger. There are some series of steps which you need to follow. Go to theme, edit HTML. So I go to theme, edit HTML file, next step. Search with this line of code. Whether it may be a private theme in Blogger, it may be inbuilt theme of Blogger, definitely this line of code will be present. If it is not present, it means that it is not a Blogger theme. So let's see where this line of code is. Control C or copy like this. Control F to find. Let's see where this line of code is. It is here. Okay. Now what do I have to do here? Step 3. Replace opening H3 with opening H1, closing H3 with closing H1. So why this H3? Because if you observe in Blogger, the post title comes as H3. For internal pages, the internal post, the post title which is having our keyword is coming as H3. If we make that as H1, automatically our keywords will come in H1. So that's what I need to do here. From H3, I will make it to H1. Here also. That's the opening tag, this is a closing tag. Post the change, it has to look like this. If you tell it, it is going to be exactly like that. This example shows that your theme is using H3 tag for the post title, but if you do not find it, your theme may be using H2 tag. Replace H3 or H2 at this code with H1. So whether it is H3 or H2, some themes may be showing it as H2. You make it as H1. And again, important point, it may be present twice. If it is a responsive theme, you are going to find this line of code twice. One for the desktop or laptop pages and another for the mobile. So in case it is present twice, you have to do it for both of them. So again I go, right now we are in 13th, 19th line. I am pressing Ctrl F to find again that line of code and I see it here in 14th, 18th line. The same type of code repeated because of responsive theme. Once this change is done, I open my Blogger site again. And when I open any internal page, press Ctrl U, check this time what is the H1 tag. It is again the same problem, accurate knowledge is still there. However, one more H1 tag has got generated which is having my keyword. We have attained partial success. We have managed to get our keyword in the H1 tag. However, 2 H1 tags is bad for SEO. As I told you, per page only 1 H1 tag. So I need to block the first H1 tag which is carrying my website title. I don't want this for internal pages. Maybe homepage it is good. That's why I need to further do the settings. Step number 4. Go to layout, click on edit in the header where your website title appears. Select the banner and select the option instead of title and description. So what he's trying to tell here is you got to disable the H1, the main H1 which is your website title by using logo. So let me go here and choose a logo file from layout. So logos not only make your blogger look professional, but it has got header tag benefit as well. The only way to block is using this. Now when I view my blog, I'm getting both of them. So I need to select this option. What is that? Select the option instead of title and description. I click on edit again instead of title and description. That means I don't want this, I only want this one. Save. Now when I refresh it, I'm refreshing the code. Control F to find out the H1 tag. Only one H1 tag. This is what we wanted. Like that you can check for every post. There will be only one H1 tag. H2 and S3 have shown you how to give manually. And that H1 is going to have your keyword. Because that is what we have done for the title tag. We have mentioned our keyword in the post title. That also will go into H1. However, we are not yet done with the solution. Problem is in the home page. By default, there will be several posts coming one below the other. For some themes it is 5. For this theme it is 7. So when I press Ctrl U, not 1 but you'll be getting 7 H1 tags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I publish only 5 posts. You publish 2 more, 7 posts will come one below the other. 2 H1 tags itself is like spam. Forget 7. So we got to block this multiple H1 tags being generated in the home page. For that we need to see what is the further steps. Go to settings in the menu, post and comments in show at most, select as one post in the main page and save the settings. So we can restrict the number of posts and set that as 1. I go to settings. There's an option for number of posts. He has changed the interface a bit. Here you can see. So this I can set it as 1. I refresh. Now home page, again I press Ctrl U, Ctrl F. There's only one H1 tag now. But maybe we have lost our keyword for the home page. You can publish a post and for that post you can mention the title what you want for the home page. Make that post always come on the top by having the latest date. That's how you can do it. Then your home page also your keyword is retained, internal pages also it is retained, and there is only one H1 tag in each of the pages, including home page. This is a solution for the header tag for Blogger. Now the reason why I changed the theme, because this code is already implemented. Some of the Blogger themes are already optimized for header tags. When the posts are coming together, they will come as H2. But when they are open individually, they come as H1. If this is a setting for a theme, then it is well and fine, you don't have to do anything. But you have chosen any default theme of the Blogger, then all those changes what we have seen has to be implemented. Every time you change the theme, again you have to implement those steps. But before doing it, check it whether there is an issue with the header tag or not. Some themes don't have any issue at all. Then there's no point in doing all these changes. So this is a solution for Blogger. For WordPress, 99% of the themes are already optimized for header tag. Whether it is an inbuilt theme or an external theme, when the posts come together, they will come like H2 or H3, like in home page, in the category page. But the same post, when you open it individually, the main website title will go like H2 and the post title will come as H1. So if you have chosen any theme and if this is the setting what I've told you, then you don't have to do anything for this step. Just make sure that your keywords are hitting into the header tags. H2, H3 manually you got to give it. However, If this setting is not present by default in the theme, then you will have to give me the name of the theme. I will find out what is the solution for it. Little bit of changes would be required in PHP code. So once that you have finalized the theme, check the post. Any issues with the header tag in WordPress, the solution will be different theme wise. So I'll have to find out what the solution is for the theme that you have selected. And for general site, manually retype it. So with this, we end with step number 5, which we have seen for all the type of sites: Blogger, WordPress and general site. Tomorrow onwards, we are going to discuss step number 6, which is image alternative text tag. Very interesting and important, especially for the people who want to maintain gallery or image based website. So that's all for today. So any doubts or questions, make use of the chat window or the audio control.